Tesla's up over 5.5% today, and tomorrow, October 7th, we are going to have a product unveiling. And in this video, we're going to talk about where I think Tesla is headed in the next week or so. We're going to cover the $100+ million worth of call options that have come through on Tesla in just the past couple of weeks, and what my best case scenario target is for the end of this year. If you don't know who I am, my name is Peter DiCarlo. I am a full-time quantitative trader. I've made over $5.5 million trading my strategy publicly here with you on X and YouTube within the past 3.5 years specifically. And I do not trade based off of fundamentals. I don't focus on PE ratios. I don't care about profitability of a company. I trade only based off of my two-step trading system, which I teach for free. The link to all of our indicators and that strategy is down in the description in our trade library. And I share that with you here on X and YouTube each and every single day because it would have been monumentally different in my trading career if I had this when I started. And more importantly, I make enough money from trading, so I don't need to sell you a bunch of bullshit. Now, if we look at Tesla alone when it comes to our returns, this has been basically the bulk of our returns in the past couple of years. Nearly about $2 million of that $5 million has come from Tesla alone, with only a 65% win rate. So we're not winning all of the time. But what's most important is that our win-loss ratio, or risk versus reward ratio, is very high. It's about 2.3 to 1, which means when we lose about 35% of the time, we're losing about half of what we win, which is very important and very crucial here. Now, we've been talking about Tesla and this breakout for months now. The first major breakout that we played on Tesla was back here through August 24th, 2024 to basically January of 2025. And then most recently, we've been focusing on going long on Tesla again from the 14th of April up until where we currently are now. Now, the reason for this is that basically it was meeting all of our criteria. The first thing is that market structure had to be bullish. This occurs when price is bouncing, making higher highs, pulling back into higher lows. Something that I will not trade is bearish market structure. And so there are a lot of people here who think that like I'm obsessed with Tesla. Honestly, I'm not, right? Like I love you all. I love this community. But back when Tesla was trading like this, from 2022 to 2024, I didn't touch it, right? Because we're making bearish market structure. Prices selling off, making lower highs, selling off, making lower highs, etc. This is a type of market that I will not trade. I don't want to be trading this. What I want to do is be trading this. And that switch happened back here in June of 2024. And if we look at my trading and my returns on Tesla, didn't touch it basically from most of 2023 until June and July of 2024 when I started trading the ever-living crap out of it, which is once again only because the structure shift occurred. Now, we don't just trade any type of market when we are trading a bullish market. We do not want to be buying when the stock is up near highs. What we want to do is wait for price to pull back into these key support levels, or what we like to call smart money zones and institutional buy zones. These zones are very important because it's normally going to be the lowest that a stock pulls back to before an institution steps in to save it. Now, the reason an institution is going to normally step in is because it's trading at such a ridiculous discount that they would have to be dumb not to buy. Now, as we said at the beginning of this video, all of this information, the strategy, the indicators, it's all free down in the description. But step 3 of our strategy, Smart Money Mastery, is going to explain this concept and how to draw these on your chart, which is probably the most important thing that we're going to talk about today. Now, the reason that these zones show themselves and the reason that they bounce, like we said before, is because it's such a discount. For all of those institutions who are buying back here in August in 2024, which is when we first started, they made nearly a 150% move on Tesla in half of a year. Well, think about it this way. If you were buying Tesla at $240 and you made a 100% profit and price pulls all the way back down to that support level of $240, why would you not get back in at the same price you could have got in multiple months prior? Exactly. You would get back in. And that's why we were buying the living crap out of this and we were bullish on this down between $240 to $250. Since then, price has bounced nearly 88%, and we are still breaking out to the upside. Now, that brings us to where we are today. And for those of you who follow me in my analysis each and every single day and each and every single week here, thank you for going through this because you already know all of this information, but it's a good refresher. This brings us to where I think we are headed into the end of 2025. I put a target for Tesla of $500 by the end of this year. I do think that that's going to happen. My best case scenario target was up at $600 to $650, which could potentially happen. Now, I want you to understand that in most cases, when we are breaking into the top of this band that you can see here, that is normally an indication that price is going to potentially reject. Price will definitely reject normally when we get to that secondary band, which you can see happened on Tesla last time, December of 2024. So judging by this, that's where our best case scenario target of 650 comes in before potential rejection. It would be that secondary band. Now, as I said, in most cases, I would be removing a decent amount of exposure to this stock because we're moving into a premium market. But something has been happening that's outside of these trades and outside of this technical system that I like to bring into account, and that is going to be options flow. See, there's been hundreds of millions of dollars worth of call options coming through on Tesla for the past couple of weeks. Now, you can learn how to spot and read unusual options flow in detail under step 4 of our trading strategy, options flow mastery. Options flow is very important because it's basically a cadence of orders that's coming through in the options market. Now, I need you to understand that 90% of options flow is entirely worthless. The reason for this is that if we cannot confirm that it came in at the ask or above the ask, which you will learn in that course, then it doesn't mean anything to us. A lot of these flow softwares are just out there trying to show, look at all these calls, look at all these puts, but we don't know if they're selling covered calls or if they're buying covered, or if they're selling cash secured puts. So if we don't know and it's not confirmed, then it doesn't matter to us, or at least to me specifically. Now, if you're part of our Discord community, you have access to our THT trading dashboard. And over here, we take all of that unusual options flow information and we store it so that we can go back and take a look at that information later down the line. So let's go through and let's hit Control F and let's just look at all of the times that we have seen Tesla flow come through in the past couple of weeks. Most recent was contracts expiring 10/10. These came through 3 days ago with a strike of $392.50. Before then, we had millions of dollars worth of calls coming through 5 days ago for a $550 strike, 4/17/2026 expiration, $3.2 million order. 6 days ago, we had 11/21/2025 expirations for a $500 strike. Then again, another 11/21/2025 $500 strike. 14 days ago, 12/17/2027, $860 strike. 20 days ago, 9/26/2025, these have already expired, but still, they were buying going all the way back till there. 25 days ago, expiration of 10/3, 360s, so those don't matter. But there have been a lot of call buying coming into Tesla for the next couple of months, going out as far as 2026 and 2027, which leads me to believe that they knew that this event was going to be happening, or this product launch that's coming out tomorrow, which we don't even know entirely what it's about. And when there's that type of call buying coming into the stock as we're pushing into this level, and now there's a product unveil, I think there's a pretty good chance that this breakout is going to continue. And now I do need to be honest with you, which I always am, I have taken a good portion of my profits off of the table. I am still holding call options, but I have reduced my size by about 60%. I closed $32,000 in profits on Wednesday. Last month, I closed out $128,000 in profits, and I have been pulling profits off as the stock has been breaking out. Now, my plan is to continue to hold on to my call options until price either continues to push up to 550 to even highs of $640, which, like we said, is our best case scenario by the end of this year into the beginning of 2026. And worst case scenario, price rejects, right? If price rejects, I think the worst that we're really going to see here is price come back down into this $340 to $360 level, then break out again to the upside. Will I end up giving some profits back? Of course I will, but that's part of the game. We can't be right all the time. This is why we use proper risk management. We don't over leverage our positions. But with this type of call buying coming in, I do think this breakout can continue, which is why I'm going to hold on to my calls. I hope this video helped. Let's see what this product unveil is, and I'll see you all tomorrow.